when I shared the hidden truth of the Manipur conflict with a leading Delhi journalist. She asked me not to share it with anyone. She said that my life could come under threat. Violence has erupted in Manipur again. Therefore, I will share Manipur's complete truth over the next 6 episodes. Top ministers and businessmen are involved behind Manipur's civil war. I won't name them for my own safety. If you share this video, please be careful. Okay, so we all know that Meiteis and Cookies have been fighting for the last 1.5 years. Different media outlets have painted different pictures, but very few journalists have spent considerable time in Manipur to truly understand the conflict, and fewer journalists are willing to share the truth. I spent 2 weeks in Manipur, one with the Meiteis and one with the Cookies, to get to the roots of this conflict. Cookies are Christians who occupy the hills of Manipur. They form 16% of the population but occupy somewhere between 30 to 40% of the land. Meiteis are Hindus and they live in the Imphal valley. They form 53% of the population but occupy only 10% of the land. This isn't a religious conflict, it's a simple conflict of land. Cookies are a scheduled tribe. This means the Meiteis can't buy land in Kuki area. They have been peacefully living with the Cookies since independence. So why now? Because of the India-Myanmar-Thailand Trilateral Highway, also known as the ASEAN Road. What is the ASEAN Road? I'll tell you in a future episode. There is another angle. Poppy, opium, or as we call it, afim in Hindi. Manipur is the Mexico or Morocco of Southeast Asia. There is a burgeoning poppy trade to the tourist magnets of Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia. A top minister's son wants a piece of this lucrative trade. Moreover, a businessman friend of a powerful minister wants to plant palm trees on poppy lands destroyed by the government. India is world's largest importer of palm oil. We spend $8 billion every year on imports. That's 800 crore rupees worth of palm oil imports every year. In the next 6 episodes, I will take you to Imphal, two Kuki refugee camps, one reforested jungle, a political rally, and lots of hidden stories. But first, let's start with my journey from Silchar, Assam to Imphal. The distance is only 250 kilometers, but it took me 26 hours. Yes, 250 kilometers, but 26 hours. How? Let's find out. I have traveled to every Indian state. Manipur's roads are the worst. Period. The worst. Ironically, Nitin Gadkari praised Manipur's road development in an interview with Samdesh Bhatia. Nitinji, please visit Manipur and take the top two leaders with you. Please, it's a request. It took us 12 hours to travel 180 kilometers. And just 70 kilometers before Imphal, we heard terrible news. Landslide. With nowhere to go, our driver announced that we will sleep in the car outside a CRPF camp. I was shocked. I asked him why don't we stay at the guest house 8 kilometers away. His reply stunned me. He said, in these circumstances, the CRPF camp is the only safe spot. I am deeply grateful to the CRPF soldiers for providing us delicious and free dinner. Indian soldiers' kindness, especially in remote and dangerous parts, always touches my heart. So a curfew was declared yesterday in Manipur, and they also declared internet blackout for 5 days, so there is no internet, and they have sealed all the entries and exits from Imphal. So right now I am trying to find a way through the jungles. to reach the conflict zone and also visit some Kuki villages up in the hills. The police did not let me pass from one of the checkpoints, so I'm using the jungle roads. So let's see if I can get close to the action. So those are the hills where there are some Kuki settlements, or at least there used to be. I don't know if there are any more or they fled to more Kuki dominated areas, but you can clearly see the hills. So we are trying to get there. No luck today. One CRPF officer and one Manipuri police officer asked me to return to Imphal when they caught me at a barricade. Funny story though. They asked me what am I doing here. So I told them that I'm traveling, exploring Manipur, and they both started laughing at me. The Sikh officer asked me, "Don't you know what's happening in Manipur?" I replied, "No, our Prime Minister hasn't said anything about Manipur." So I assumed everything is normal. This time they laughed even harder. So they asked me to go back to Imphal, and the Sikh officer even told me to leave Manipur as soon as possible because he said that things could escalate anytime. So I'm heading back to Imphal now. A curfew was announced today morning. All shops were shut. Then they shut down the internet a few hours ago. We were not informed. I was hanging out with some Meiteis when the internet stopped working. One guy was visibly pissed. I asked him what happened. He replied, "I had my first Tinder match in 3 months, and now I can't chat with her due to the stupid internet blackout." We all burst out into laughter. Another one chimed in, "I have an EMI payment due in 2 days. I can't pay anymore without the internet. Now my credit score will go down and the interest rate will go up." This happened several times over the last 1.5 years. He looked more melancholic than the Tinder guy. They asked me how the internet blackout will affect me. Well, I said my Duolingo streak could end. It is safe for another 3 days, but after that, who knows? We heard some drone and missile attacks before sunset. The government shut down the electricity to protect us from such attacks. Again, no notice or warning was issued. Tomorrow, I will visit a forest planted by an Imphal resident. We will hear how it took him 15 years to bring back the forest. Do subscribe to watch future episodes. Like and share too. Thank you. So here I am. My backpack. This is what I'm reading under the candlelight. Get a good glimpse. Yeah. So I'm here in Imphal.